Would you like to make a podcast? Spotify has a way to let you make one easily, distribute it everywhere, and even earn money, all in one place, for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit right from your phone or computer, so you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. And video podcasts are also available on Spotify. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free. You know, ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I've enjoyed sharing my favorite stories with children around the world. If you've ever thought of starting your own podcast, download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. Please make sure you subscribe to get notified of new stories and, of course, share them with a friend. And now, the story of 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were 3 goats, a little white one, a medium-sized brown one, and a big gray one. They were the Billy Goats Gruff, and they were brothers. The little Billy Goat Gruff had little horns. The medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff had medium-sized horns, and the big Billy Goat Gruff had big, curly horns. The 3 brothers lived in a small meadow beside a river. All day long, they ate the green grass. On the other side of the river, over a rickety wooden bridge, was a huge field. The Billy Goats Gruff thought the grass looked longer and greener and juicier. Day after day, the 3 Billy Goats Gruff looked longingly at the juicy grass on the other side of the river. They would be happy to cross the bridge and go there, but for one thing. One horrible thing. A mean and smelly old troll with very pointy teeth lived under the bridge, and he guarded it day and night. The grass in the meadow where the 3 Billy Goats Gruff lived got shorter and shorter, and drier and browner, and the brothers were getting hungrier and hungrier for fresh, juicy grass. One day, the little Billy Goat Gruff decided he'd had enough. "I'm so hungry," he cried to his brothers. "I can't eat one more blade of this dry brown grass." "We agree," groaned his 2 brothers. "Look at the juicy grass over there. Oh, if only we could get past the mean old troll." "I'm gonna try," said the little Billy Goat Gruff bravely, and off he set, trip-trap, across the bridge. Suddenly, a croaky voice roared out, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? I'll eat you if you pass. You'd taste yummy in a sandwich." "Oh, please, don't eat me," cried the little goat. He was very frightened, but he had a plan. "I'm only a little goat. My brother will be crossing in a minute, and he is much bigger and tastier than me." The greedy troll thought about this and burped loudly. "All right," he said. "You may cross." The little Billy Goat Gruff ran as fast as his little legs would take him until he reached the other side. The medium-sized goat saw his little brother munching on the juicy grass on the other side of the river. He really wanted to eat that grass too. He turned to the big Billy Goat Gruff. "If he can cross the bridge, then so can I," he said. And off he set, trip-trap, across the bridge. Suddenly, the mean troll climbed out from his hiding place. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? I'll eat you if you pass. You'd taste nice with rice." He licked his lips when he noticed how much bigger this goat was. The medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff stopped, his hooves clacking together in fear. "Oh, please, don't eat me," he cried. "I'm really not that big. My brother will be crossing in a minute, and he is so much bigger and tastier than me." The troll rolled his eyes, licked his lips, and grunted that the medium-sized goat could cross the bridge. The medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff galloped across the bridge to join his little brother before the mean troll changed his mind. The big Billy Goat Gruff had been watching his brothers. "I'm big and strong, and I'm hungry," he said to himself. So off he set, trip-trap, across the bridge to join his brothers and eat the juicy grass on the other side. As before, the mean, smelly troll scrambled onto the bridge. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? I'll eat you if you pass. You'd taste scrumptious in a stew." This goat was big. The troll's mouth started watering, and his large tummy started rumbling. The big Billy Goat Gruff stamped his hooves. "No, you can't eat me," he shouted. "I'm big, and I have horns, and I will toss you into the river if you don't let me pass." Before he could answer, the big Billy Goat Gruff put his head down and charged at him. He tossed the mean creature high into the air, and down, down, down fell the troll. With a huge splash, he dropped into the river and floated away. And that was the end of the mean troll. "Well done, big brother!" laughed the little Billy Goat Gruff and the medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff. "Come and eat the grass. It's truly juicy and delicious." And the three Billy Goats Gruff were never hungry again. Thank you for listening to Bedtime Stories. Please make sure you press subscribe to follow us for new stories and share them with a friend. If you have a suggestion for a new story, send us an email, magicmonorail@gmail.com. Until next time, good night.